Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a list of the sexiest, darkest, most mysterious femme fatale fragrances. And what is the definition of femme fatale? It is a lethal woman, an attractive, seductive, mysterious woman. The type of woman that every man absolutely dreams about. Every fragrance on this list today embodies that feeling, embodies just the most beautiful, sensual, confident woman. So if that is the type of woman that you like to smell like, keep watching. So with that in mind, let's jump into this list with my number one, which is Sintra by Memo. This is a fragrance that ever since I bought it, I have not been able to put it down. And the response that I've gotten while wearing this fragrance is, it's actually shocking. This is a very gorgeous, sweet, spicy, aromatic scent, a very beautiful white floral scent. You get a very big blast of neroli in the opening, but it's a very youthful neroli. There's nothing that gives kind of like old grandma vibes. No grandma vibes here on this channel, I promise you. This is a very, very, very sexy, youthful fragrance. It has been compared to Love Don't Be Shy, and I do think that they share a lot of similarities, but this for me is so much better, and it lasts a lot longer as well. This for me, Sintra is more of a grown woman version of Love Don't Be Shy. There is a very beautiful jasmine note in this as well. The blending on this one is just 10 out of 10. This is one of those scents that it just makes your eyes roll back in your head. There are some gourmand touches that you might enjoy as well in this. It's a very dynamic scent. You have that spicy, gorgeous floral in the opening with these very beautiful, delicious gourmand aspects in the base. We have some marshmallow, we have vanilla, and some caramel. Just the absolute power that you will feel while wearing this. It's unlike anything else. This is a very special scent, and I have just been absolutely addicted. And I know that if I'm addicted, everyone else around me is as well. I love the bottle design as well. It's very intricate and very beautiful. And like I said, it is a much, much, much better value than Love Don't Be Shy. You get much more juice and it's much longer lasting. So if you're sick of smelling Love Don't Be Shy everywhere, everyone has that scent, you like the scent profile, but you want to smell a little different, definitely try Sintra by Memo. So the next fragrance that I have on the list is another one that I recently picked up that I have just been dying over. It's so good. This is Sensuous Stars by Estee Lauder. I have not been able to put it down. It is an iris lover's dream. Oh my gosh. We have Chinese plum with some lavender and orris. Pretty simple breakdown, but there is a very gorgeous kind of bubbly, sparkly aspect to this. It really is a new way to do an iris scent, in my opinion. Very bubbly, very luxurious, definitely gives these very strong goddess vibes. Oh my gosh. It is incredibly regal and very luxurious. If you are someone that loves iris, you are going to adore this scent. It's just unreal. Honestly, you guys, there is something so sensual about iris. It's just the ultimate floral note, in my opinion. One of my favorites. Anything that has iris, I know that I'm going to love. It just always adds this very rich, luxurious touch to any type of fragrance. Any type of scent profile, iris just really rounds it out and brings it all together. The lavender and plum mixture in this kind of gives it, I've heard some people say that it kind of gives like a blueberry vibe, so very interesting as well. Blueberry, iris, orris mixture. It's very silky and very sensual, like the name would suggest. It's not a very loud perfume, but this is definitely one that you can make a statement with. And it's also one of the scents that you're going to project extreme femininity, but it's not going to smell like you're trying too hard, if you know what I mean. This is something that is going to be very impressive to a lot of different people, and oh my gosh, it's one of my current favorites, and definitely try it out. Very underrated by the house of Estee Lauder. Sensuous Stars. So next we have something that is a little different, a little darker, a little more sensual. This is Velvet Orchid by Tom Ford. My current favorite in the Black Orchid lineup, and it is more of a floral take on that classic Black Orchid DNA, which I think in turn is going to make it more appealing to more people. I think that if Black Orchid is a scent that you previously have not been able to enjoy or get behind, I think you might enjoy Velvet Orchid. If Black Orchid is a little too much, I think you'll like Velvet Orchid. But also, if you love Black Orchid, I don't think it's redundant to have both in your collection. I do, and I love to wear them both. It's a mixture of orchid, heliotrope, rose, magnolia, orange blossom, all these just gorgeous, gorgeous floral notes with honey and boozy touches as well. This is for the woman that knows what she wants. It's a little resinous. This is one of those types of scents that when you walk into a room, all eyes are going to go on you. Honestly, the scent is going to probably walk into the room before you do. It is a strong, strong fragrance, just like Black Orchid. So once again, if you've disliked Black Orchid in the past, definitely give Velvet Orchid a try. I think you will be impressed. Definitely an underrated fragrance from Tom Ford. Very, very, very sexy. So next is a fragrance that I actually smelled on my best friend Kelsey, and the moment that I smelled it, I ran out and bought myself a bottle because it smelled so freaking good on her. This is Rouge by Givenchy. This is a beautiful amber floral, very spicy with pimento and ginger. There is a very spicy, earthy patchouli note too, but I don't think that the patchouli is overbearing. I think it just adds to the depth of this fragrance. It also has a beautiful blood orange note, beautifully utilized blood orange note. It's very entrancing. This is just a fragrance that you're like, whoa. It kind of has a similar jasmine that you might find in something like Alien. It's not animalic at all. Sometimes jasmine can be done in a way that's a little andolic, it's a little animalic, it's not attractive, but it's not like that at all. This is a very clean jasmine. The meaning of this in French means forbidden, which I love. I get that feeling from this fragrance. This one will have men drooling and possibly proposing left and right. I think this fragrance will have that effect on men. It's going to make you absolutely irresistible. So that's your little buyer beware, ladies. If you don't want men drooling all over you, do not wear Rouge by Givenchy. I just want to say as well, there's something very romantic about this one too. It's very femme fatale, but it's also very romantic. Beautiful, one of my recent favorite designers. So now we're going to talk about a fragrance that is the opposite of romantic. This fragrance is Secret Tryst by Fragrance du Bois. And this is a very, very sexy, intimate perfume. It's a very instinctual scent as well. There's something about this fragrance that it brings out that animal in you, and men, especially men. And this one is going to give you this kind of like pheromone effect. When this touches your skin, it really pulls out your own personal pheromones and mixes just beautifully with it. This fragrance, Secret Tryst, was part of the For Lovers collection by Fragrance du Bois, one of my favorite collections from that house, and it is inspired by secret meetings with a forbidden lover. It's a very warm, woody, spicy cardamom scent with a lot of saffron too. That's kind of like the heart of the For Lovers collection, is this saffron rose jasmine combo. The cardamom just adds this delicious, smooth luxuriousness. This is a very, very rich smelling perfume. It's a very creamy angle mixed in with that very warm, beautiful, there's something about saffron, guys. I can't say it enough. Like, saffron is just so sensual to me. Saffron is it's just heavenly, and the florals in this really gives it this elegance. It takes this kind of like animalistic side. Not animalic, there's nothing animalic about this. Don't get that in your mind, but there's something very instinctual about it. It pulls out that side of you. And then it also, on the other hand, has this side of just pure elegance and warmth and beauty with the florals in this, and the vanilla in the base in this just adds the most addicting, beautiful sweetness. It's a very warm cardamom. I love it so much, guys. This fragrance is just, oh my gosh, especially for the winter coming up. This is a must-have from Fragrance du Bois if you like something that's a little spicier, a little warmer, a little more gourmand with that vanilla, and something that's just unearthly sexy. It's really, the best way to describe this scent is just, it's truly hypnotizing. It's going to put a spell on whoever is around you. And it is a little bit pricier, but it is totally worth it. The performance on this is fantastic. The smell is very unique. You're not going to find another fragrance that smells like this. And it is an extrait de parfum, so you are paying for that higher oil concentration, and you're paying for Fragrance du Bois, which is a super luxurious house. It's a luxury purchase, from the packaging to the unboxing to the scent. Like, every aspect of the Fragrance du Bois buying experience it's worth it in my opinion. So next I want to talk about the new release from Tom Ford, the newest release, Café Rose. And this fragrance was originally released in 2012, discontinued in 2016, and they're just bringing it back in 2023. New bottle, different line, and a reformulated fragrance. So if you were thinking that it smells like the original, I think it's close, but it's not exact. I love this scent, and especially for the price. I'm used to paying very high prices when it comes to Tom Ford, but for some reason they're lowering their prices a little bit. You can pick up a bottle of this for around $150, which for Tom Ford is a really good price. And I love the bottle too. Very classy, rich design. I love the color as well. And this is a very sexy, dark rose scent. There's no coffee to my nose. I know with a name like Cafe Rose, I was really hoping for something with a little bit more coffee, but I don't really detect that much. Maybe in the opening, I will say there is this kind of very slight bitterness, not in a bad way at all. It really works well with this scent in the background that might be perceived as coffee, but just typically what you think of when you think of coffee. I don't get anything like that in this scent, sadly, but it's still a gorgeous, very sensual scent. It's sexy. It definitely has these very grown woman vibes. It has a very uplifting citrusy opening as well. And as it dries, it becomes a little soapy, but it is also a very metallic rose. It has some cardamom and sandalwood as well, adds a little bit of dimension. Anything that incorporates cardamom to me just smells expensive, and this is definitely no exception. This is the type of scent that I just picture a woman in a beautiful tight black dress at a rooftop lounge, like having cocktails. This is the fragrance for that kind of occasion in my mind. And they have it at Sephora and Macy's, so it's very easy to try, so get out and test it. Cafe Rose by Tom Ford. So next I want to talk about my baby, Musc Noir Rose by Narciso Rodriguez, and you may have seen this on the viral TikTok a couple months ago. This fragrance took TikTok by storm a couple months ago as the viral French girl perfume. And what is sexier than the French? This is a very stunning plum rose scent, very musky as well, and is a huge head turner. There's something very fun and youthful about this one, and I don't know, I find the atomizer very satisfying for some reason. And the plum just adds this gorgeous opacity and density. There's something very dark and mysterious about this one. It's like a very dark fruit. There is some more sweet vanilla in the base of this. This one is a statement maker, and there is a very small amount of pink pepper that balances the sweetness. It's a very sexy, dusty rose with a vanilla base, slightly lactonic, powdery base, and of course, as the name implies, a lot of musk, very musky. And this is definitely for a nighttime occasion. Such an addicting scent. I feel like I've said that about all of them, but hey, they have to be addicting to be on this list. Doesn't have the best performance with this scent, but you can just keep spraying. Spray it on and it will last all night for you. It's a very sexy scent. The scent itself makes up for the poor performance in my opinion, and you can find it online for an affordable price. Musc Noir Rose by Narciso Rodriguez. So the next fragrance that I'm going to tell you guys about, it's an insider secret, all right? What I'm about to share with you is the sexiest perfume that was ever made. Literally the most attractive, unique femme fatale fragrance on earth. So be careful and be ready for the amount of attention that you are going to receive while wearing this. Of course, we are talking about Overture Woman by Amouage. It's almost hard to put into words how much I adore this fragrance. It's boozy and sweet with some apple and resinous from myrrh and benzoin, and there's a very, very luxe saffron. You guys know I feel like every fragrance on this list is going to have saffron at this point. Very luxurious saffron note. There's just something about that saffron and rose combo that I absolutely adore. It just adds so much richness to a fragrance and romanticism as well. Like rose is just such a romantic note to put into a perfume. This is the ultimate accessory for seduction. Men just look at you differently when you wear this perfume. It's truly unlike anything else. It is so unique. It is a standout perfume from my collection. There's nothing else that I have that I can say that this smells like. And it is a beastly performing scent as well. I would say 1 to 3 sprays max, and I am a huge oversprayer. You guys might see my shorts of me just going to town with my sprays. With this one, no way, because I think if you do more than maybe 3 to 5 would be the limit. If you want to push it, it can become a little too much because it is so strong, and it is truly one of my tops for life. This is a fragrance that I will forever repurchase. It is worth every penny. It is just so unique, and if you want to make a statement, this is the #1 Overture Woman. I could not say enough good things about this one. If you want to smell like the sexiest woman on the planet, Overture Woman by Amouage. So next we have a little bit of a hidden gem in the designer world. It was for me as well. I bought it and I put it on my shelf and I kind of ignored it for a couple months, and I just randomly smelled it one day and I was like, Oh my god. We're talking about Idole L'Intense by Lancome. Holy smokes, this is a sexy perfume. This is the most perfect dark champagne rose scent, rose patchouli scent. It's more of a metallic bubbly rose. I wouldn't say that this is soapy at all. I guess I will say that as it dries, I find that it becomes just a little bit soapy in the dry down, but through most of the life of the fragrance, it's not going to smell soapy. It has this very gorgeous, bubbly, champagne-y kind of rosé aspect about it. This is the type of scent that is going to have everyone, men and women, eating out of your hand. It does have a more typical designer DNA, very mass appealing, but so freaking attractive. This is the type of perfume that makes men's heads explode. They literally cannot handle it. And the cashmere wood in this as well makes it very luxe and very smooth and creamy. There's something about cashmere wood, I say it all the time, it just adds elegance to a fragrance. It's a beautiful balance between that kind of bubbly, sparkly champagne with that smooth cashmere wood. You cannot go wrong with this one. Idole L'Intense is a no-brainer for me, and it's a great price. I paid retail for this, and I got this bottle for $65, which is very good for the designer world, but you can even find it for a better price on the discounters. So once I go through this bottle, I will definitely be purchasing on the discounters. So I'll leave that linked for you below in the description if you're interested. But wow, this one is just, it's fantastic, but get out to Ulta and try it first and then thank me later. So speaking of amazing designer fragrances, we're gonna talk about probably my favorite designer on earth, which is Libre Le Parfum, the #1 Libre in the whole line, in my opinion. This fragrance, honestly, it speaks for itself. I can say many good things about it, but you just have to smell it and you just know, like, this is the one. It is 100% that girl. It gives all the that girl vibes. Just the most gorgeous girl on earth. The most gorgeous, like, well-spoken, put-together girl. A very elegant woman, but at the same time, she can have fun. She can let her hair down and have a good night. What I love about this line is that it's so unique when you compare it to any other designer out there. It really stands out on its own. I really appreciate that, but with that being said, it is a little polarizing for some people. Some people either really love it, some people, it's not their favorite because of the use of lavender. So you really just have to try for yourself. But for me, the Le Parfum is just, it's the best with that addition of saffron. Of course, I love anything with saffron, but the ginger note, and it has a bourbon vanilla as well. Wow, it's so dimensional. It's so sexy. It's so sexy. This is just a fragrance that when I wear it, I feel so hot. It's super dynamic, and it's still my favorite in the line, even with the new flankers. I was honestly a little disappointed in the new Libre flanker. This one is still the queen for me, Libre Le Parfum by YSL. And so the last scent on this list is for my ladies that want something a little darker. And for that, I have Mariya by Omen Luxury. Now this is a very dark rose patchouli scent, and this one has a lot of aspects that remind me of Tony Iommi by Xerjoff, but more feminine. This is definitely the feminine counterpart to Tony Iommi. This is for the girls that like oriental spicy scents, the girls that are tired of that typical designer DNA. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I myself love to wear all the fragrances that I recommend. I love a lot of designer fragrances, but sometimes there's just an itch that that designer scent profile cannot scratch. And when I need something a little bit more, I love to go for Mariya or fragrances like Mariya, especially on days, because you guys know I love Tony Iommi, but it is a little masculine. It's a very strong patchouli, rock and roll, leather, kind of fruity scent, but sometimes it can be a little too much for me. And I want something that is a little more soft and feminine, but with that same powerful feeling, I will wear Mariya by Omen Luxury. And what I love about this, what this has that Tony Iommi doesn't, is a coffee note. So you guys know anything with coffee, I sign me up, don't have to ask twice. I love it. It's very rosy. It has a bourbon geranium note with the most delicious, mysterious base of that spicy patchouli with vanilla, coffee, and caramel. Same kind of caramel that you might recognize in Tony Iommi. And for me, as this one dries, the coffee comes out even more, which I love. Mixed with that vanilla, all while maintaining that very rosy floral heart. And this one performs beautifully, and it will give you the most mysterious aura while you're wearing it to everyone around you. It's just gorgeous, and if Tony Iommi was a little too masculine for you, definitely try Mariya for a darker, sensual, mysterious scent by Omen Luxury. So ladies, that is my list of my dark femme fatale fragrances. Please leave a comment below. What is your favorite femme fatale fragrance? What is the fragrance that gets you the most attention from the men? I would love to know. And what was your favorite on this list? What are you interested in trying? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.